Hi, I'm Phyllis and my website is southernfrugal.com. Today we're going to fix a recipe that's coming from the comments, and this is from Margie Blair, and it's called Chicken Artichoke Casserole. Now I love artichokes, so I had to make this. So the first thing to do is, of course, decide what kind of chicken you're going to use, and I happened to find this Purdue chicken breast in Walmart, which I haven't seen for a pretty good while, so I went ahead and got those because they are almost always tender. And she said you can use drumsticks, or you could even use thighs, I'm sure. So I went ahead and cut mine in two because they were big. So I'm going to put a little salt on them and some paprika. Now I'm going to brown these in butter, and of course I'm following her recipe exactly. Of course I'm not using pepper. She says to go ahead and put pepper on it too. Over and salt that other side and put some pepper on that. Now I've got about 4 tablespoons of butter. Well, that isn't cut in two, is it? I have to cut that in two. There we go. So I'm using about 4 tablespoons of butter in the skillet. Now I'm going to make this casserole right in the skillet because it can go in the oven with a lid, but she says to use a big casserole, and then it needs to have a lid on it. Alright, so let's put the rest of the paprika on here, on this side of it. Let me get I already got my butter melted. Now put a little salt on it. I did wash this chicken, y'all. For all you people that like the meat and everything washed, I did wash the chicken. Alright, that ought to do. So we're just going to wait a few minutes and let this butter get a little hot. Yeah, so y'all, I have gotten so many recipes. Mr. Bucky says y'all made me dizzy sending in so many recipes. But I also super like all the tips y'all give. Now one of them was, a lady wrote in about these aprons, and she said you could tie a knot in the back of them to make them come up higher. Well, I tried that, and I tied the knot down too far, and I couldn't get it over my head. So now I've just got a big safety pin in the back of it, and next time I get my sewing machine out, I'm going to actually sew it so it comes up further, so you don't get splashed with grease and everything. And by the way, here was another tip. A lady wrote in and said the way we tie the aprons with the string in front, like that, to just put a towel in the waistband there, and that way when you need to dry your hands, all you have to do is pick that up. Alright, great tip, y'all. Alright, this butter is pretty hot now and popping everywhere. So I need to get this in. So we're going to brown this chicken on both sides. Now this sounded really good to me because I love artichokes. Anything artichoke I love. Alright, we got all those in. Got butter distributed there. Alright, so we're going to let this brown on both sides. So I want to tell y'all about the first time I had artichokes. I mean, I had heard of artichokes. I had never actually eaten anything artichoke. And this was one year when we went out to California. I think we were in San Francisco. And we decided to take a little tour. And so on that tour, I don't even remember what else we saw, but we stopped at a little stand that sold all kinds of things, including food. And we got a little bag of fried artichoke hearts, I guess. And everywhere, as far as you could see, all around that little stand was nothing but fields and fields of artichokes. So I'm thinking, I don't know if this was south or north of San Francisco, I can't remember now, but they said they were the artichoke capital of the world. And that's the first time I'd had them, and I have loved them ever since. They were super, super delicious. So, all right, y'all, we'll be back when we get this meat browned, and I'll show you what else we need to do. All right, we've got the chicken only a little bit brown, but we're going to go ahead and pick that up. We've got 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms. Now, she didn't tell us the amount of mushrooms, so I just assumed it was 8 ounces, so that's what we've got. 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms. And we're going to dump these in the skillet. And she said to saute these for about 5 minutes. We're going to soak up that grease, it looks like. All right, y'all, we're going to saute these for about 5 minutes, and we'll be back. All right, the mushrooms have been sauteing for about 5 minutes. Let me get y'all where you can see there. And so now what we're going to do is sprinkle 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour right on top of these. I'm just going to mix that all around. Flour all mixed up in some of that butter. And now we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of chicken broth. I've actually almost got 1 cup, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. So we're going to pour that in. And to this, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sherry. Now, she just said sherry, but, you know, I don't have any place to get just regular sherry, and I do like the cooking sherry. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. And then I'm reading the recipe now after we add the chicken, she said chicken bouillon or chicken broth. Now I used broth, actually some of homemade broth. And let's see, and 2 tablespoons of sherry, and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. All right, so y'all will be back when this simmers for about 5 minutes. All right, so this has been simmering for about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer. And we're going to go ahead and put our chicken back in. Cut my burner off. Now we're going to put this in the oven at 375 degrees. Now I've already got my oven preheating, and we're going to cook it for 45 minutes to an hour. And she says that she uses chicken drumsticks and she cooks for the full hour. And I think next time I make this, I might use chicken thighs. Alright, now the other thing we're going to add is going to be a can of artichoke hearts drained. So I'm just going to put those in. She says to arrange them sort of around the chicken. Like that. I love these. I could eat them right out of the can. I think we got it. All right, y'all, we're going to put a lid on this and put it in the oven. and we're going to bake it at 375 degrees for about 45 minutes. All right, y'all, when this gets done, we'll be back. All right, I just took this out of the oven. It cooked actually for about 50 minutes. Ooh, hot, hot. Here's what it looks like. Smells great. All right, y'all. I'm going to definitely taste of a piece of the chicken because I want to make absolutely sure it's tender. And again, this is that Purdue chicken. All right, y'all, we're going to taste of it. Hold on, let's get you back a little bit. You know, if y'all been watching a lot of my videos recently, you know that we have finally switched to not eating chicken thighs because they were always tough as shoe leather, y'all. And some people said, well, soak them overnight in buttermilk. I tried that. They were still tough. So this is the Purdue chicken, P-E-R-D-U-E, I believe. And y'all might want to look them up. Now, they have Purdue whole chickens in the Walmart where we go, but they have not had the chicken breast, but I found one pack this time. And so I went ahead and bought them thinking they're going to be tender. All right, this is pretty hot. It's hot. The chicken is tender, y'all. I am so happy. See, I would get it all the time, except the little bin where it is. I mean, I was lucky to find one. Other people must know the chicken breast by the Purdue company is real tender too, because they're always sold out. And they got bukus of all this other chicken, but chicken breast, but none of the Purdue. So anyway, there it is. I've got my rice already fixed. I put the salad, the same salad we had yesterday, on the plates, and let me get this plated up and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, here it is on the plates. And I did taste of that chicken. I was so excited because it was tender, being chicken breast. I forgot to mention it is quite delicious. We've got our iced tea, and there's the salad from yesterday. Now, the radishes are not as crisp as they were yesterday, but the cauliflower is very crisp still. There's my plate. There are the artichokes. Now, the next time I fix this, which will probably be in about 2 weeks, I'm going to use 2 cans of artichokes because I love them. All right, y'all, we will see y'all next time. In fact, we'll see you in a little while because we'll sample the, or really taste of the dessert. All right, y'all. Bye for now. All right, y'all, I had to come back and show you that I'm going to freeze that. I mean, Stouffer freezes everything, so why can't I? So I had enough. I'd cooked extra rice anyway, and I'm going to go ahead and freeze this. And the only thing I would do different is I would add another whole can of the artichoke hearts. They are delicious. And that sauce on the chicken, and y'all, you have to do the Purdue chicken breasts. They are very, very tender, unlike most of the others in the grocery stores now. All right, y'all, we will see y'all next time. I hope you'll really try this recipe. And thanks so much to Margie Blair for sending the recipe in the comments. And I will show that comment, the comment and the recipe right down below this video. All right, bye for now.